Good evening and welcome back. Things starting a lot sooner than anticipated against a school we did not anticipate to be against. The Lackawanna Falcons join us in the losers bracket, and we will find ourselves up against them in just a few minutes time. It's going to be a big game here as we go up against the Falcons, as I have not changed the name. There we go. Everything is changed over. Everything is reset. Let's play some Rocket League fairly soon here. Very exciting things. Tucker, Ethan, and Anthony looking to go up against the Falcons very, very shortly. Coming off of the loser bracket game. Forfeit against the Ocean Community College Vikings there, as they were not able to field a full team. And that will leave them out of the NJCAAE playoffs. But we move forward against Lackawanna, a team we didn't think that we were going to face off against in this bracket. But here we are against this incredibly feisty team. They've beaten us twice in the regular season. They're going to do so for a third time here tonight and bring us out. But every time we've inched closer to victory. This is the exact game that we won. So definitely in a good position here as we get things ready to go. As I am just prepping some stuff here. AWANNA. All right, everything is sent out. Everything is ready to go. I made sure everything is switched on stream as well, as the Mustangs look to take down the Falcons and advance to the next round of the playoffs here. Definitely a big, big game, as these Mustangs are revved up and ready to go. Lobby is active as we wait for the Falcons to join. I was told by Tucker that, oh crap. I was told by Tucker that the game was starting now. Obviously, Falcons have not joined up yet, but they should join up in the next couple of minutes as a copy pasta gets started in the chat. Continued by Gilbert. Great to have you here with us, as we are just waiting patiently for the Lackawanna Falcons. This team that the Mustangs have played 3 times during the regular season and our in-season tournament. Able to play them in the in-season tournament playoffs or the finals. Unable to get the win on them. But definitely looking forward to this match here in the next couple of minutes. As this patient waiting game goes on and on. Definitely excited about it though, as we should just be a couple of seconds away here. No cameras in the Bluebell facility here tonight. The Mustangs are definitely ready to go. Here we go. Lackawanna joins up against the Mustangs. We're going to have some more Rocket League coming at you in just 1 second. Lackawanna's in. Mustangs are in. And here we go. 5 minutes of Rocket League coming at you right about now. And a demo immediately by the Falcons onto the Mustangs. They go for the shot, and they'll immediately score. 4 seconds for the Falcons. They came here to play against the Mustangs here tonight. Just a nice passing play and a greatly placed demo. Ethan, unfortunately, a little out of it, as we haven't really played in the last hour and a half. And here we go. 4:56 on the clock. Mustangs grab a decent kickoff as it goes up the sideline. The back pass by the Falcons. Ethan able to take it down. But unfortunately, Tucker unable to finish off on the Mustang side as it's brought over to their side in front of the net. Tucker sends it to the corner. Sent back over to the sideline. Anthony hits it back upfield to himself, unable to get the second hit there. Ethan collapses in on it. It's sent over to Tucker. As Tucker able to defend yet again, Ethan now has it on the sideline as the ball is brought back towards the Mustang side of things. And two Mustangs miss. A Falcon hits it into Tucker, and Ethan tries to hit it back upfield, unable to do so. Anthony stalls it towards the 50 line. Falcon's able to regain control and bring it back down. Anthony now has it, one to beat at his speed. Able to get it past one, unable to take the shot on net. Falcons trying to retake control. Ethan to Tucker, unable to do it. 3 minutes and 45 seconds now in this game. Mustangs find themselves down by one. As the Mustangs still on the defensive end, Tucker with a nice little 50, but he sets up another shot on net. Ethan grabs a demo, but not on the guy who shot, as that ball is right in front of the Mustangs' net. They're not able to do too much. Tucker grabs it, flicks it over one, sends it over another. Anthony able to hit it off the wall. He'll send it over to Tucker. Tucker secures the goal, and we've got a tied game here against the Lackawanna Falcons. Both of these teams, at least in my personal bracket, slated to go very far in the playoffs, but both find themselves in the losers side of that bracket as they look to go to the losers finals and semifinals. Ethan goes up for it, unable to get a hit, and the Falcons, just as quick as they get a tie game, will retake the lead with 3:13 left on the clock. Ethan took a gamble. Unfortunately, it did not pay off for him, but a really great shot overall as the Mustangs now get ready to go. Once again, 3:13 left on the clock. A great kickoff for the Falcons, so they're able to get a demo on Tucker. Ethan brings it over into the corner. Two Lackawanna players are there. Ethan unable to grab it out of the corner. It's sent over. Tucker unable to get a hit. It's sent right back into the corner. The shot off the right-hand side. Tucker goes for a 50, unable to grab it as it's sent into the opposite corner for the Mustangs. As the bump play does not go their way, ball hit up and down at the 50 line. As both teams look for control, Ethan able to bring it on to the Lackawanna end of things. He's got the shot, and he'll retie things up just before the halfway point here in game one. And here we go, 2:34 left on the clock. So the ball is stalled up the sidewall here. It's sent over. Ethan tries to go for it. Tucker goes for a bump, unable to get it, and that net is left wide open. The Falcons take control, and once again, a huge gamble for the Mustangs does not pay off. Falcons up by one, 2:23 left on the clock, just about 10 seconds after the Mustangs were able to score. And here we go yet again. Mustangs able to grab control of this kickoff. It's given over to Ethan, but Tucker trying to get a nice little bump, unable to grab it there. It's sent back to Anthony. Anthony sends it towards the net, unable to grab it there. Tucker, the next one to try to get a hit on ball, plays with the tempo a little bit, and it's sent back towards Ethan and Anthony. Ethan grabs the ball. They'll try to get a stall, unable to grab it. It goes into the corner. Anthony with a great 50 grabs him yet another save. Tucker looks to bring it upfield for the Mustangs, and he will bring it upfield off the sidewall, unable to grab it there. Anthony all the way back. He'll grab a nice little touch, brings it upfield. Tucker brings it over towards Ethan as the Falcons look to bring it back up towards the 50 line. Anthony, next one to get a hit. An unfortunate 50 brings it back onto the Mustang side. That shot very close to the net, and the 50 doesn't go the Mustangs' way yet again. And now up by 2 with 1:31 on the clock. These teams oh so close together. Definitely not what they wanted so far. As the Mustangs will look to gain control yet again. It's sent from Tucker to Ethan, but neither of them able to grab a good hit. That 50, not the best for the Mustangs. Now that ball on the Mustang side with a minute and 10 seconds left. Lackawanna brings it back into the corner. And two Mustangs look to get it out of there. The 50 is stalled. Ethan is able to get it out of there. And it's still on that Mustang side up against the back wall. And Ethan able to bring it back upfield. Unable to get it past a member of the Lackawanna team, but Tucker is. And a little bit of an awkward hit, a double commit. Sets up the passing play. Anthony off the top wall. Ethan with the shot. Mustangs with 26 seconds left on the clock bring it within one of the Falcons. You see some beautiful passing play here. Not what the Falcons were expecting to hit it off that top bar, but it gives the Mustangs a shot. And it is on the Lackawanna side as they're going to look to grab it out. But Anthony able to go with the 50 there. And a missed 50 sends it over to Anthony. Anthony with the shot. And the Mustangs tie it up. 14 seconds on the clock. Like I've said, Lackawanna, the top team in our Tier 1 division versus the second team in the Tier 1 division. Incredible things here on the kickoff. Mustangs are not going to want to give anything away. It's stalled up near that net as it's brought down. 3 seconds. The Mustangs have it offensively. Anthony with the shot, and it's just barely missed. 0 seconds here as the Falcons look to get something going. It's brought back over to the Lackawanna side, and it's so close. But we're going to overtime, baby. Here we go. Brought up. Nobody's there. The Mustangs take game one after being down by 2 for a minute and a half. The Mustangs take a game off the Falcons. And this is not the position that Lackawanna wants to be in. They know how close every game against the Mustangs has been, and we have taken so much off of them here in game one. Such an evenly played game. Mustangs ready to get right into it. So are the Falcons. We're not even going to cut to the studio. Here we go with an exhilarating game 2. Mustangs up by 1. They look to bring it to match point here. Lackawanna looking to lock in. And here we go. 5 minutes of Rocket League coming at you right about now. It's brought over to the right-hand side. Ethan takes control of the ball immediately, going for an aerial shot. Gets it above 1. Gets it above 3. Ethan scores. And just as quickly as Lackawanna scored in game 1, the Mustangs score in game 2. Breaking not 1, not 2, but 3 out of 3 ankles on the Falcons. Ethan scores a beautiful aerial goal. And a really good kickoff this time for the Falcons. They look to get a shot off. Anthony brings it up against the wall. The Falcons respond by sending it right into the corner. The shot, the save by Ethan, sent over to Anthony. Anthony pops it up. The Falcons able to respond. They'll get a second hit into the corner. They get it past 1, but not past 2. Anthony, meanwhile, brings it upfield. The 50 brings it back to Ethan. Ethan sends it up above a few. And he stalls it off to the left-hand side. The shot there by Anthony is saved. Tucker tries to get a double tap off, unable to do so. Mustangs back onto defensive rotations. Anthony able to defend. He's up against that right-hand side. Tucker takes control, trying to get it over, not able to do so. It's brought back into the corner as Anthony brings it up the sideline yet again. The shot, the save by Ethan. Now with 3:45 left in this game, it's brought back upfield by Ethan, Anthony, and now Tucker goes for his shot on ball, unable to do so. But Anthony will grab his shot, brings it down towards the middle. Falcons try to take control of the ball. They will. They'll bring it up towards the net, down towards the net. They're unable to score. They're taking another shot into the corner. Tucker with a crazy save. Anthony looks to bring it back upfield past that 50 line, but the Falcons are going to try to get there first. Tucker unable to get the hit on the ball, so he'll settle for a demo. That ball stalls towards the 50 line. Ethan unable to get up in time for it. Anthony will try to take control. He gets it past two members of the Falcons, but the third meets him at the ball before he's able to get there. Tucker unable to get it past that same guy. As the ball is brought back around, Falcons read the play. Anthony able to bring it back into the corner as he grabs another demo. Ball is sent up and down. Anthony brings it back upfield for the Mustangs. 2:43 left in this game, just about halftime. As it's brought back down, the passing play, these two teams know all too well. It's brought into Lackawanna's corner. No Mustang able to make the turn on ball. Tucker sticks with it for a while. Gives Ethan the opportunity to send it down to Anthony. Anthony unable to get there. Tucker looking for the shot. Nobody shoots there. Maybe a smart move out of Lackawanna, but it's back over towards the 50 line as Anthony takes control. Past one, not able to get it past the second there. Tucker brings it up against that back wall, sends it towards the mid, and it's sent right back over to the Mustangs corner. The shot, the save there by Anthony as Ethan looks for it, unable to grab it. Anthony sends it down for Ethan. Ethan brings it upfield, one to beat, unable to do so. It's on that sidewall. Ethan moves back. Tucker sends it high into the sky, looking for another hit, unable to do it. Off the left-hand side of net. Again off the left-hand side of net. 1:45 left now as that ball streamlines its way into the goal. The Mustangs extend their lead to 2 with 1:40 left on the clock. These Mustangs have been looking for every single opportunity granted to them in order to get themselves further in this league. And Lackawanna has been their biggest adversary. A rivalry has been formed between these two teams. They love playing each other, and the Mustangs want to grab a win here, but Lackawanna isn't going to go down without a fight. They score one. They bring the lead down to 1 with 1:34 left on the clock. And once again, it's those transitional rotations that have caught the Mustangs off guard here in Game 2 to put them within 1 with 1:34 left on the clock. Kickoff underway. Anthony able to get it past one, not past the second. Ethan able to keep it towards the midfield line. The shot, the save by Anthony. Nowhere close to that goal. That's on me. Tucker there with a save, though. As the passing play goes off, Anthony with the save here in Game 2 will grab an opening. Tucker, meanwhile, helps to bring the Mustangs up the sideline towards the middle. The 50 almost goes in. Anthony dodging demos left and right. Ethan able to get the save as Tucker, unfortunately, is unable to. Tucker gets the 50 off the top, but the Falcons are going to look to take a shot, and the double commit by the Mustangs keeps it out of the goal. Ethan keeps it up. Anthony brings it towards the 50 line. Falcons go back to respond, brings it into the corner. Anthony is there. It's over towards Tucker. Tucker unable to get a hit. He'll get a 50, though. Puts it up for Ethan. Ethan grabs a little bit of an air dribble, runs out of gas, and he'll go down. Tucker, meanwhile, keeps it locked at the 50 line. We're in the last 30 seconds of Game 2. Mustangs now bring it upfield. Stopped at the 50 line. Anthony, a little awkward there, gives the Falcons an opportunity. Nobody's back there. The Mustangs look to extend their lead to 2. I don't think they'll be able to do it, though. It's shot into the air with 10, 7, 6. Mustangs extend their lead to 2. With 6 seconds on the clock, a beautiful shot by Tucker brings the Mustangs up by 2, cushions their lead just a little bit. We know that people can score very quickly in this game, though, so we'll see what the Falcons bring out. A good kickoff for them, but the Mustangs bring it back on to their offensive end. 1 second left. The Mustangs bring it to match point against Lackawanna, a team that they have lost to 3 times this semester. But when it matters the most, the Mustangs find themselves fully in control with all of the Montco momentum behind them. If it isn't very clear to you guys yet, I am so excited about this matchup. These two teams have such a history this semester, and the respect goes both ways between both of these great, incredible teams. No matter what happens, especially we've lost to Lackawanna the past 3 times we've played them, twice in the regular season, once in the in-season tournament. But the Mustangs find themselves in a position where when it matters the most, they will pull off the win. They have studied this team. They have wanted to play this team in the playoffs since we lost to them in week 3. And now they have their opportunity to put the nail in the coffin of this Lackawanna team. One person to ready up. 6 seconds to go before we get ready to get started with Game 3. Here we go. Mustangs join. Lackawanna joins. 2 teams enter. 1 will exit. 5 minutes of Rocket League coming at you right about now. Mustangs send it right over to the Lackawanna backline. As they'll gain control, Anthony gets a 50 that he likes. He'll grab a second 50 that he likes. He'll send it over to Ethan. Ethan with the shot. It's off the backboard. Tucker unable to get there in time, but he'll get there at the end. Anthony with a demo gives him a little bit of an advantage here, as Lackawanna wants to get it out of there as quickly as possible. They'll bring it over to the Mustang side of the field for the first time here in Game 3. The redirect shot, though, off the crossbar. Tucker looking for it. Sends it back to Anthony. Anthony scores. And the Mustangs, in a pivotal Game 3, find themselves up by 1. And this is just beautifully played Rocket League. They catch them out in transition, and a couple of missed shots don't matter as the Mustangs are able to recapitalize. But the Falcons are looking to get back into it. Anthony with an early challenge, an early second challenge there, as Tucker able to bring it back over. Ethan with a bad 50. It's put in front of the net. A double tap, but a miss keeps it out of the back of the Mustangs net, and that's all that matters with the first minute of Game 3 gone. Lackawanna tries to bring it back onto the Mustang side. They're playing a little bit of ping pong now. No clear possession given to either team. It's up against that sidewall. Tucker able to stall it up just a little bit more. It's hit up and down. Another mistake by Lackawanna here. So it's a nice bump from Ethan. Anthony tries to grab it off the sidewall, unable to do it. A missed rotate gives the opportunity. It's off 2 sidewalls. It's sent back to Ethan. Ethan sends it off the backboard. Tucker is there to receive. A great opportunity for the Mustangs. As it's back into the corner, it's sent back towards Anthony. The shot just off the left-hand side. Tucker tries to bring it upfield, is unable to do so. It's up against the back wall. They sent it out. Falcons are there just off the top right. And another shot ties up this game with 3:06. It might be 2-0 Mustangs, but these games have been so incredibly close. And here we go with 3:06 left on the clock. The ball is brought back. Mustangs defending like lions against this Lackawanna offense. It's sent over. Anthony grabs control. The 50 is sent over to Ethan. He'll take it off of the ball. Anthony will be demoed in the background. These two teams poised for demos and bumps for the rest of Game 3. Mustangs and Lackawanna are tied as we reach the halfway point of this ever-prevailing Game 3. Lackawanna looks to get a couple of shots on net. Mustangs awkward on the defensive rotate, but so are the Lackawanna Falcons on their offensive rotations. Gives the Mustangs an opportunity here as we see yet another bump play take place. A passing play from Lackawanna brings it back, as Anthony able to bring it back upfield as Tucker gets demoed in the background. Anthony with the shot, it's brought over. The sideline hit. Both teams getting so physical here in Game 3 as Ethan brings it up against the sideline. Anthony able to take that pass and run with it. They'll look to get another hit, unable to do so. The Falcons bring it back over to the Mustang side of things. Up, down the 50, unable to go through. Tucker with a huge save, but unfortunately, the onslaught meets its end. The Falcons take the lead with 1:40 left in game 3. Here we go. Anthony brings it upfield. Falcons gain control, but here comes Tucker. He'll send it down. 2 misses off the backboard. Ethan puts it in. We're tied yet again with 1:31. The Mustangs with a quick response. Tucker prepared for that kickoff. And Ethan as well. The ability to get upfield and to hit a tricky aerial shot like that proved pivotal for that goal for the Mustangs. And here we go yet again. Anthony able to bring it up to the sideline over to Ethan. Ethan now into the corner, brings it right back down. The Falcons look to take control. Tucker has it, unable to get a hit there. As Ethan looks desperately for the save, he'll find it. Tucker now is with it. Unable to bring it fully back upfield. As the passing play goes off, Ethan brings it back over to the left-hand side of the Falcons area. Tucker now looking for a 50. He'll send it over. Anthony prepares for the wall shot. He'll go back on the defensive end, prepare those Mustangs rotations. Anthony hits it all the way upfield. Tucker grabs it. 45 seconds on the clock. The redirect. The Falcons are prepared. Anthony brings it over into the Mustangs corner. He's looking for anything to get it out of zone. A nice little bounce. As Anthony brings it back upfield, Tucker tries to get there. A double commit from the Falcons with 30 seconds left on the clock. Ethan goes for it, over 1, over 2, into that corner, but a nice save from the Falcons. Six, 5 seconds before we head to overtime here in game 3. And here we go. A couple of great demos from the Falcons, but unable to get anything done there. As we now head into overtime, the Mustangs playing for a win here. As the ball is tipped up into the air, the Falcons have been great in the air all night. Tucker brings it down. It's brought back in front of the net. Anthony looks to get there. He will be able to get there before the Falcons. As he looks to bring it up that sideline. Falcons unable to grab anything. Ethan brings it back upfield. The 50 is going to stall it. Tucker will get there first up against the wall. He'll go for a redirect. He'll bring it up. Nobody there to receive. As it's hit back, Ethan brings it upfield into the corner. Up in front. Anthony goes for the shot. And as Ethan is demoed, Anthony unable to take that shot in, but they keep the offensive pressure. Tucker brings it up and down, in and through the corner. Ethan right back at it. Brings it around into the corner. Tucker right back at it as well. This ball is just stable in this corner right now. They look to bring it back upfield. The passing play towards Ethan. And the 50. He's going to bring it over towards Anthony. Anthony brings it up against the back wall. They stall it in the air. Tucker now, the next one to try to get a hit. He'll be unable to do it. And the Mustangs find themselves on defense. The shot and the score. The Falcons start to try to claw their way back 2-1 as we enter into game 4. Minute and 21 seconds into overtime, that goal was scored. And really what that was, once again, those transitions have really caught the Mustangs out here tonight. But game 4, here we come. The Mustangs still hold match point, and they are ready to go. And just seconds away from Game 4. Here we go. The Mustangs, once again, looking to wrap things up here tonight. Mustangs are in. Lackawanna is in. Everyone is locked in. 5 minutes of Rocket League coming at you right about now. Mustangs bring it over to the Falcons as they get an immediate demo on Ethan. Tucker grabs that ball, looks to bring it over to the sideline. Ethan brings it up the sideline. It's sent back to Anthony. Anthony brings it on to the Lackawanna side of things, back into the corner. The ball goes up and down. Ethan brings it up against the sidewall. Tucker unable to get a hit. Lackawanna with the reset. They'll bring it over to the Mustangs corner. With another hit, the Mustangs bring it over to the 50 line. They're going to go for the shot, and they'll be able to score with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the game. And the Mustangs down by 1, an unfamiliar sight in this series, as they've been keeping the lead against Lackawanna fairly well, but these two teams so very close together. Ethan grabs possession. He'll be able to fake out one, but not fake out another. But Anthony still takes the shot just outside that goal. And another shot by Ethan. Redemption in just a few seconds as things are all tied up with 4:13 left on the clock. These Mustangs are running forward. Some would say they're stampeding forward towards victory. Things are all tied up. The 50 is going to go towards the Falcons into the corner, but a little bit awkward there as Ethan grabs a demo. Tucker unable to get the shot that he wants, but Anthony will get there. Gets it above one, not above the second. Next, Tucker sends it to Anthony. Anthony just off the right-hand side of net, a save considered for the Falcons as they'll bring it back upfield. The shot on net, up the top, off the left-hand side. Mustangs getting a little lucky there. As it's brought over, Ethan reads the shot. It's stalled. Tucker able to grab another shot off, but another great save from the Falcons. Ball brought in front of net by Anthony, unable to do much there. The shot on net will be saved by Tucker. The next shot just off the right-hand side, and they calculate the double tap. The Falcons once again find themselves up by 1. In a beautiful, beautiful position so far. Here we go with 3:27 left on the clock. That ball spiked immediately into the air. Ethan able to get there. And it's sent right back down. The Falcons able to clear it easily, though. And the double tap as Ethan is able to clear it into the corner. Ball goes up and down. Anthony unable to get a shot. Tucker will be able to get a shot. He resets it above 1, above 2. The demo comes in, and the Mustangs tie it up. 3:03 left on the clock. What an air dribble. But Ethan, icing on the cake with the demo. Let's go, Mustangs. And with 3:03 left on the clock, the Mustangs are going to look to extend their lead, or extend a lead here in Game 4. Falcons are going to look to do the same as they bring it into the corner. It's brought back upfield, but just by a little bit. Tucker, not a good 50 there as Ethan's forced to bring it over to Tucker. Tucker brings it over to Anthony. Anthony sends it directly upfield. Tucker with the next shot. He'll bring it over, forces the Falcons to react in a way that they are definitely not ready for. Anthony able to get a nice little 50, brings it back into the corner. Another good 50 by him, brings it even further upfield. Falcons, the passing play back into the Mustangs corner as Anthony hits it up against the ceiling. Ethan gets there, it is above, over, off on the left-hand side. Anthony goes for the shot, unable to grab it. Tucker goes for the shot, and it's in! The Mustangs lead! The Lackawanna Falcons here in Game 4. With 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock, Tucker able to adjust the tempo, and instead of tipping that ball up, he keeps it on the ground. And as you get higher in rank, that is a much harder thing to achieve. Mustangs looking for another good kickoff, and they find it as Anthony takes an immediate control before getting demoed. Lackawanna now with it. They'll bring it upfield. Looking a little awkward there, but Anthony able to get right back into the play after his demo. Tucker now with it. He'll get a 50. Knocks it down for Ethan. Ethan brings it back into the corner for Anthony. Or Ethan again. He's not able to do it. Tucker unable to receive the passing play. Falcons take control as they'll try to grab the Mustangs in rotation yet again. 50 launches it up and down as looks like Ethan sends it over to Anthony. Anthony with the shot. It's over. Off on the right-hand side. Tucker takes control. Sends it down into the corner. Ball's off the top. Ethan goes for it. Just off the right-hand side. With a minute 30 left, Anthony secures another goal for the Mustangs. Here we go. Tucker able to get a nice little shot off and a demo. Anthony brings it into the corner. It's in front of the net. No one's able to get a touch on that but the Falcons. And it's up against the back wall. Anthony sends it over. It's back into the corner. Just a minute left as the Mustangs lead by 2 in this incredibly tough matchup. This is the matchup we wanted. This is the team we wanted to face. And now with just 52 seconds left on the board, the Mustangs find themselves up by 2 in a game where they have never led the Falcons. Or never beaten the Falcons. They look to do it in the all-pivotal playoffs. Unfortunately, unable to get the bump there for the goal. The Mustangs still with it as we now are about to reach the 30-second warning. Here we go. Ball back upfield as the Falcons try everything in their arsenal. They have played superb all night. The Mustangs up against that sidewall with just 10 seconds away. 5 seconds now. Redemption Day has arrived for the Mustangs. 4 meetings, and when it mattered the most, the Mustangs get the win. They take down the Lackawanna Falcons 3-1. And a beautiful fight. If anyone from Lackawanna is watching, it is a game for the ages, this one. Every time we face off, it is a beautiful match between Ethan, Tucker, and Anthony and the starting lineup of the Falcons. But tonight of nights, the Mustangs get the win. Redemption Day has arrived for the Mustangs. What an incredible, incredible game. As I update the score as quickly as possible, the Mustangs 3, the Falcons 1, and it's all she wrote here. 3 games we've played, and the only one worth playing was against the Falcons. What a beautiful, beautiful game. As it looks like we will be getting Ethan in as our interviewee in just a minute here. We're going to cut to be right back, and then we will be right back with Ethan for the interview. Stay tuned. And welcome back. My voice still hasn't recovered. The Mustangs take a huge, huge victory over the Lackawanna Falcons as our mic is kind of down right now. Ethan, I don't know if you're saying anything, but okay. The camera is reasserted. Let me make sure that this is the right... All right, try to say something now.
Hello.
Perfect. We can hear you.
All right.
4 times you have played the Lackawanna Falcons here tonight. 3 times it has ended in defeat. But tonight, Redemption Day has come. How does it feel?
Ooh. It feels like a great experience to be playing them overall. They're just a really good team. But I do wanna recap it with one thing I said tonight. I said, usually we lose to Lackawanna. Unfortunately, tonight is not usually.
Yeah, no, there's no better way to say it than that. 3 lockdown games of Rocket League. Of course, game 3 not going your guys' way, but you brought it to overtime. Every time you have played Lackawanna, it has just gotten so much closer. One of the 4 best games throughout this entire year for Rocket League have all been against Lackawanna. And finally, you guys get the win here tonight. What do you think was the difference maker in this game as opposed to the other 3 times you guys have played Lackawanna?
Consistency, I would say.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Was definitely the difference tonight. I would say that we definitely felt like we were on our game. And, I definitely feel like we saw holes in their defense and we were ready to capitalize.
Yeah, and capitalize you guys did. Games 1 and games 2 winning by 2. Game 3, you guys dropped that game in overtime. What's the pep talk that you guys give yourselves after game 3 to go, listen, we're still up 2-1. Let's complete this set.
I said it was a fluke. I said we were in their heads. I knew. I said
we
were gonna bring it home, and then it happened, and then I said, all right, for real this time, guys, let's bring it home.
Yeah, and obviously very much in their heads. I always find that this gets to be a very physical game of Rocket League when you guys play a team like Lackawanna, and it's never any like belligerent demoing like we see with other opponents that we have in our leagues. It's always very calculated. So how did you guys, obviously you guys can get to be a little tilted when that type of stuff happens. We all get that way when playing Rocket League. So how did you guys keep your expectations and keep yourselves in check even when those big demos were happening on all 3 of you?
They were really trying to change the pace of our rotations. They were really looking to create holes. And the thing that we were trying to do to counteract that was just filling them. We were trying to actually headbutt them faster than we could. And the biggest thing today was kind of just a best defense as a good offense. We forced their play. We tried to make sure that we could get to them before they even had any space on the field. That allows the second person behind to have just like an easy mind, like less stress. You have a free ball.
Yeah. And, again, all of these things created the perfect storm to beat Lackawanna. I don't believe we wanted to meet them in this way. I don't think either of us really expected to be in this bracket that we were in, but we're able to push past Ocean and bring us up to Lackawanna and a big victory here tonight against the first seeded team in our division. And that's got to feel great. What's next for the Mustangs? Where do we go from here? I know it's kind of foggy, but are we playing again next week? Like, what's the deal? Do you know?
Well, you know me, I'm not always the best when it comes to being informed, but I can tell you this. It was definitely a weird day to know that us and Lackawanna were both in the losers bracket. It was definitely a different vibe than anyone ever expected. Everyone was off their game. Everyone was playing differently. So we expect to be coming in strong. And now that our biggest threat really to our 9-2 record is out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, if Lackawanna wasn't here, it'd be 9-0. So I guess you can kind of expect how the playoffs would go then.
Yeah, definitely very exciting from you guys. My last question tonight, Tucker makes his playoff debut for you guys in a big way. Pivotal goals, incredible defense. what do you have to say to his mental state getting into that game? How did he prepare himself for his first playoff match? You can hand it over to Tucker if you want. I mean, you can also answer this question if you'd like.
I mean, I was just telling him to keep it cool. We've definitely been in a lot of a mental shift right now, the whole team as a whole. Keeping Anthony in lock and keeping like myself in lock. I wouldn't say anyone's really above the other person. We've had a really eventful season. It's been really a interesting season. But trying to now really step into a leadership role, trying to bring everybody up to speed, trying to make sure that we're all ready to go.
Yeah, and that's all you need. Tucker did not miss a beat when it came to playoffs. I mean, I've been giving Tucker praise all season long for his ability to come into this established team and really show off his stuff. But nothing showed more tonight than dribble air plays capitalized by a demo by you in order to grab that goal. But you guys are working like a well-oiled machine now. I'm so excited to see you guys next week, I believe, play. I don't know if that game's at 6 or 7, but you can join us for that this season. Not over like I thought it was just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
But you guys in a great position. Coach Matt,
the Mustangs
over your left-hand shoulder there so you can see on stream. So I think there's only one question left to ask here tonight. What do you have to say to this incredible chat that has been with you guys, not just for tonight's game, but for this entire season?
Chat, we love you, and we don't lose.
No, that is definitely shown here tonight with a great victory over Lackawanna. The Mustangs grab a huge victory to advance further in their bracket for playoffs. Join us right back here next week. But tomorrow is our next stream, League of Legends, almost completing their regular season. Be back for that. Until then, I'm a very happy Corrupted. Have yourselves a wonderful evening.